I wanted to start things off with some fantastic news. I saw this and I was like, man, I definitely got to do a video about it. This is good news for Xbox fans. This is good news for everybody as far as I'm concerned. This is really good news for the industry that honestly I think we all just needed this for this moment. You know, things have been going so bad. We see people kind of talking negatively. We see the industry kind of falling apart. You have a lot of studios closing down and things like that. This makes me just smile from ear to ear. Incredible joy. And I'm so happy to be able to report this video. What's up, everybody? I'm Crap Gamer, and this is Crap Gamer Reviews, back with yet another fun video. Smash that like button. Go ahead and do it. You know you want to. And please, while you're at it, maybe consider subscribing. That would be equally as fantastic. So, we all know I was disappointed when Tango Gameworks has been, shut down. They were apparently pitching Hi-Fi Rush 2. They were also apparently working on Ghostwire Tokyo 2, which, man, I would have loved to see that. But this is an interesting development. Hi-Fi Rush Studio Tango Gameworks has been acquired by Krafton and will remain open. Very, very interesting. So Xbox announced earlier in April that it was shutting down 4 Bethesda studios. Tango, Redfall maker Arcane Austin, Mighty Doom developer Alpha Dog, and support studio Roundhouse Games. The studio seemingly closed its door in June, with the developer Takeo Kido sharing photos on social media of what he said was his last day. However, South Korean publisher Krafton, which also owns PUBG Studio and Callisto Protocol Studio Striking Distance, has now announced that it has acquired Tango Gameworks, seemingly rescuing it. And I quote, "Krafton Inc. today welcomed the talented people of Tango Gameworks to their team, making it an exciting moment in the company's global expansion and its first significant investment in the Japanese video game market." The publisher also was saying the strategic move will include the rights to Tango Gameworks' acclaimed IP, Hi-Fi Rush. So it looks like Tango Gameworks is going to be able to keep all their IP and all that kind of stuff, which I feel like is really, really just a smart decision on their part. And, I'm happy to see that we'll be able to possibly see a Hi-Fi Rush 2 along the way. You can't really get enough of those games. And for me personally, it's just one of those things where I'm just happy that this has a good ending, and that Microsoft actually saw, the light there. You know what I mean? Because to be quite frank about it, it wasn't really one of those situations where anybody wanted them to close up. I think that really it comes down to, if Microsoft is going to be able to, kind of do things to stay out of the public ire, so to speak. So many people were angry over this because Microsoft is like, hey, we need more of these smaller games that can score, awards and stuff like that. And then the funny part was everybody's like, well, Tango Gameworks existed and you guys had them, so what are y'all doing, So I always felt like that was something that was kind of foolish on their part. Try to save the studios if you can. I never understood the whole idea that, hey, let's go ahead and, shut all this stuff down. It just honestly never made sense to me. And I hope that, honestly, that they can continue to make some great games and great content, just for me anyway. I feel like this is probably the best situation that we could have seen. At the end of the day, I think that we all thought that Tango Gameworks was completely dead, and now we know that that is simply not the case. And in fact, not only is it not the case, but they are kind of rising from the ashes, so to speak. So yeah, love to see that. The publisher plans to work with Xbox and ZeniMax to ensure a smooth transition as well and maintain continuity at Tango Gameworks, saying it wants the team to continue working on Hi-Fi Rush and other future projects. Krafton intends to support Tango Gameworks team to continue its commitment to innovation and delivering fresh and exciting experiences for fans. Krafton will have no impact on the studio's previous games, Evil Within, Evil Within 2, Ghostwire Tokyo, and Hi-Fi Rush, which will all still be available on existing platforms. So yeah, very interesting to see that that this is happening. And the interesting thing is that, for me anyway, when you see stuff like this, I think a lot of people kind of maybe look at it in a certain way versus another. I look at it as, it's a situation where a wrong can be righted. We're gonna see some things come out of this. In so many ways, this thing has been kind of impactful and hurtful to the entire games industry. So, like I said, they're going to live on. They've reached the agreement. Microsoft announced, like I said, that they were closing it or whatever, and the fact that they're going to be able to continue, I think, is great. It's just really fun to see that there's something good happen in the industry for a change. So the fact that Hi-Fi Rush is heading across also heavily suggested the sequel will most likely emerge from the partnership. It looks like franchises like Ghostwire and Evil Within will remain with Microsoft, at least for now, but both Crafton and Microsoft emphasize that there'll be no impact on the existing catalog, so maybe they won't be able to do Ghostwire 2. I'm surprised that they would give up Hi-Fi Rush. I mean, I guess, since Tango were the ones that do it or whatever, that it makes sense, but I guess I just don't see why you would give up, an IP that realistically was out there kind of really slapping, in my opinion. Like that IP was very much a slapping type thing. And is that something that realistically we can continue to expect? I hope so. Like I said, I would love to see them be able to continue on and carry on their work with, with some of these other games as well. But who else would do a Ghostwire Tokyo sequel? So it doesn't really, or Evil Within. So it doesn't, to me, make a whole heck of a lot of sense to keep those IP. I think that it really, kind of makes things a little bit kind of difficult. And again, this is just, to me, good news. And I know so many people are probably tired of hearing the negativity and things like that. So it is super nice to see that this is actually happening. And again, I'm really just excited that this is something that actually was able to kind of come from all this. So like I said, blew my mind that we saw this. It's one of those things that I think none of us could have saw. I mean, you assume that they were closed, right? I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of different situation for them, but love to see this. Love to see that this company is going to continue to carry on. And it's just so odd to me that we'll never really, I guess, know the truth behind this in terms of, hey, Microsoft is kind of doing something that, most of us weren't really aware of, like, why was the real reasoning behind closing it, and they never really gave a solid answer. So, that part of it is unfortunate, but at least they had the wherewithal to kind of go out there and go, okay, well, we can sell off and they probably sold them for peanuts, to be quite honest with you. But you need a company that can make you games for Game Pass. I just don't understand. Microsoft absolutely falls apart in Asian markets, and hey, your lone Japanese studio that just came out with a hit game, you want to close them down. So I guess it has a happy ending. I hope that it's an ending that everybody can kind of enjoy and say, hey, you know what, we had a rough patch there, but it's not the end of the world or anything like that. So like I said, I'm very excited by what can happen in the future and what they'll be able to work on and things like that. Hi-Fi Rush 2 would be most welcome for sure, as well as any number of other games too. Really, I hope that we get tons of other games, and I would really love to see if they could work out something with Microsoft to where they can continue to work on stuff like Ghostwire Tokyo and things like that. Would love to see that. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I certainly appreciate each and every one of you if you did take the time out to watch my video. Remember, I do daily gaming content on the channel. Sometimes quirky, fun, whatever. But, leave a like and subscribe. Share it out. Hope you guys have a great day. Rack 'em up. fact him up, crap gamer him up, crap gamer out.